I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am not gonna lie to y'all. This whole LaRussel stuff is sending me as he continues to bury himself deeper on the wrong side of history and gaslight the people with genuine concern, offering an olive branch of accountability, not apology and lowering yourself to the depths of hell, but acknowledging that, hey, this wasn't the right thing to say or the right way to say it, especially because LaRussel started off his whole performance saying this.
Because everybody sit and be silent. And the goal of an artist is to express the times and discuss, say all the things that nobody else want to say or know how to say.
And this reminds me of the time where GoldLink spoke after Mac Miller passed. That sounded like a backhanded compliment. Like, it fell so flat on the fans and people felt so like messed up because we lost a legend. You supposed to be his homie, but you gonna speak ill on his name when he can't defend himself anymore. And rather than GoldLink deciding to be like, you know what? Bad timing. I should have kept that in my drafts. I could have talked to my homies about that, or I could have processed that some more and found out a better way to honor him. He doubled down, tripled down, so much so where he left his post up about Mac Miller on his Instagram. I don't know how many months or years it was, but he didn't come back to Instagram at all because people were that outraged. And the solution was more simple and more forward moving than his stance to stay stubborn. And that's the same thing that LaRussel is dealing with. Your solution and ability to move forward and make things right accordingly is a lot easier than your solution to continue to be stubborn, to continue to act like that everybody that had something to say about you was a hater, and even his team and people coming out talking about you guys bullied him off the internet, you guys are saying hateful things, slurs. Like, number one, sorry, that shouldn't happen, but this is the internet. Like, if you big enough, you gonna deal with that anyway. I ain't even nobody out here for real, and I still get DMs and comments talking crazy to me. So best believe if you hit a sore spot of this culture where you're bringing up names that hold weight in history, you talking about Adolf too, Epstein too, even you. Like, what are we talking about, bruh? We have nothing in common with these people. You want to bring into relevance how they're all human beings? What is your larger point? You know it's rapists in your community. You know it's pedophiles in your community. In community, there's unity. Like, what are we talking about? We don't have nothing in common with these people. And the stance that we are taking in society right now is one of helplessness because you realize how much they are connected. Like, you got Epstein's girlfriend whose daddy was the person who gave us everything we ever learned about in school. We talk about government organizations. So for him to start his thesis by saying artists should reflect the times, which one, that's Nina Simone, get her right.
And the goal of an artist is to express the times.
An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times.
You not reflecting the times. I could make an argument can be made rather, that this serves more of a purpose to be polarizing and to cause virality and attention than to actually have a conversation about, like, what will we be talking about regarding their humanity and our likeness to them. Like, it would have just been, it's so easy for him to just come out and be like, you know what? I wanted to reflect the times, y'all, but I should have just came at it a different way. We can respect that. We can respect that because it's intent versus impact. You intended to say something and for it to be a certain way, but it impacted people differently. And that's the problem with fame and with having all this attention, because it can be hard to differentiate what the general consensus really is. I posted videos before that have gone viral, hit the complete wrong audience that I intended to reach, and I got nothing but criticism. And that can make you think that everything that you have to say is invalid. And now he's off the internet, and people want to act like just because somebody does something positive or do positive things, like LaRussel has done great things for his community. If you go look at the Bay Area and the stuff he does in the community, for the neighborhood, for the kids, all of that is great. That doesn't make you above reproach. That doesn't make you beyond criticism. That doesn't make you beyond the ability to make a mistake in public, bruh. And I hate, and the double down is so remedial. It's so like,
The same God who created Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, who did so many great things, is the same God that created Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, who did so many evil things. And it's crazy the range of what a human life is capable of. It's capable of changing the world and detrimenting the world. That's the purpose of the song. That's my realization of like, damn. And go look at my life. Go listen to my music. Go see what I do in my community. Go speak to somebody who actually know me. I want a nigga to be constricted and restricted so bad. Artists and comedians is the niggas who's supposed to express the times and what's going on and communicate it in a way that's like, man, this is what came to me. Y'all love to create enemies and try to bash anybody who has an opposing thought to how you feel. Nigga, I ain't gotta show up how you want me to show up. This shit for me and my people and my base who resonate and connect. Everybody else can suck my dick. And there's niggas who don't do a quarter, a tenth of what I do. You niggas benefiting off shit I've done.
The culture rejects this. And that's the problem. If you are part of hip hop for real, you should be able to have a pulse with the culture to know when the culture rejects a sentiment. Bro, we are black in hip hop. We know the type of foolishness that's out here that has infiltrated our communities, that has marginalized people. Like, we can go back to the crack era. We could talk about how hip hop has been infiltrated. We could talk about the mass incarceration that we experience, like you in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Rodney King, like, y'all know you got a history out there. So the fact that he didn't possess the sensitivity in that time, I already think is crazy. But again, even on your best day, you are just a human at your best. So you can still make a mistake, but it's about how you recover. And as he continues to move in this stubborn direction and stay stuck in his ways, it makes it even more difficult for him to come back appropriately, humble himself. It's like, it's not a big deal. Like, if you're making it a bigger deal than what it is, because the point that you were trying to prove isn't even worth the energy you're giving to stand in it. What is that point really that you're trying to make where it's worth all of this stress, all of this division? Look at that. Analyze, realize that you didn't have all of your faculties together when you put that. You can make any excuse, really. It fell flat. What was the point of the message? That we're all human? Is that supposed to make us give them some form of empathy? Because you also didn't really give us any stance to take against the foolishness that they're doing that supersedes incomprehensibly what we can fathom, how they have these systems in place to serve. Like, they got sacrifices going on, they eating people, bro. Like, they not like us. So I'm disappointed in him for gaslighting intelligent minds. Like, come on, LaRussel, when you make positive music, when you are in a positive voice in the culture, you don't have to be right all the time. You do not. However, you call conscious individuals to your craft and your workmanship. And so when that is crossed with things that don't belong, with things that we will question, right? You still had room to pause, analyze, not act out of ego, but act out of, here's the thing. Here's what LaRussel has done a great job doing. He has found a way to live his life plugged up to the community, to make them believe in what he's doing, so much so, and to put the proof of work and proof of concept in the actions that he takes, that the community comes behind him to support what he's doing. Like, I really like his idea about, like, hey, pay what you can. He has, like, you at least got to pay this much when it comes to merch or whatever the case may be. But if you want to pay more than that, hey, that's great. It gives people an opportunity to show how much they really appreciate him, to see that it is not really a capitalization system that is like, hey, well, if you can pay 70, I'm LaRussel. So, and he could charge what he wants and he can make a killing. But he decided to go after a community-based business model, to be independent from these systems, and to talk freely in the space that he created for himself and for people that he invited them in to do. And that was a great space. But you have to protect that space with good morals, ethics, and guidelines. There is a way that you can do harm to a space that you run. Again, intent versus impact. And when you misrepresent yourself intentionally or unintentionally, The thing that you pray you have the most is the grace and space to repair. Russell got nothing but open opportunity and time to apologize. Not even apologize, because I know that narrative's been going around and people have been wanting to like chain him to that. Like, acknowledge, you know what? I get that probably fell on deaf ears. To me, it sounded relatable, and that, you know, share what your goal was, because you want to be real secretive about that. It was for the people that got it. What did they get? What did they get? And was it worth all this trouble? Is it worth all this trouble? Free yourself, dog. Don't put yourself in the GoldLink prison. Now, GoldLink, I'm pretty sure he gone on to do his thing. He got his fans and everything like that. But one thing he'll always have to acknowledge, one thing LaRussel will always have to acknowledge, one thing J. Cole will always have to acknowledge is the group of people that you running from made some points that you know you should have dealt with. You can sum them up and paint them all to be a violent, slur-using, hate-filled, toxic ball of individuals all you want to be, but those individuals are not comprised of all of that, and you know that. And you speaking directly to that, ignoring all of the intelligent individuals that had other things to say in your favor, but just wanted some clarification and consciousness, you'll have to pretend that you don't see them, but you do. And you'll try to convince us that you're just speaking to the hate-filled people when there are intelligent individuals that are like, excuse me, LaRussel, I love you, but can you explain? And you'll never be able to run from that. Matter of fact, you'll be thinking about it. You off social media right now. The next show, speaking engagement, interview, anything. Like, he been speaking in interviews and stuff like that, but it's like, this is like right after the event. But this will follow him for a long time. And one thing about hip hop is it is outspoken. It is disruptive. It is confident, even arrogant. But you going the wrong way with it. And the culture decides. It ain't just me. I'm with the culture feeling. Listen to one of the realest people from your same state, my dog. I hate to see him go out like this, but at the end of the day, when gold gets refined by fire, all of the impurities fall off. But if you put that gold under the fire and there's nothing left afterwards, it just means it was fool's gold.